Hey everybody, welcome back to Runaway Trains. We've got Drake and his friend Nick here today. We're going to do our summer 2024 layout update. And Nick, you have a YouTube channel too, right?
Yes.
And what's your handle?
Georgie and Pennywise.
Georgie and Pennywise on YouTube, right? So you guys got to check that out. Make sure you like and subscribe. So I'm going to kind of part the sea here and come through the layout here. And we're just going to talk about some of the things that we've done over the past year. Maybe we start right here. What am I looking at, Drake?
We're looking at a scene where the people are doing laundry.
People are doing laundry here. That's right. It's blowing in the breeze. This kind of reminds me of maybe England, you know, where I've been on the train there and kind of gone through some of those countrysides and through some of those backyards and stuff and seen clotheslines. And but these trees are like the tall eucalyptus trees. We've put these in here to kind of give a little, you know, sort of like a woodsy feel or something. But we got these trees actually at the Hobby Lobby. So if you guys are looking for stuff to make your layout a little bit more realistic, whatever, you know, don't forget Hobby Lobby has lots of cool landscaping stuff.
They also have some model trends there too.
They have mainly like Bachmans, right?
Bachman, yeah. They have some N scale and HO. That's all.
Yeah, so don't forget, Hobby Lobby is a good place. We'll give them a shout out here. A good place to find some railroad scenic stuff. This is new over here too, I think, isn't it? There's a Amtrak postal car.
I guess we have that there. Cause
we put that there by our post office. You can see kind of like our American flag there. I think we installed another spur back there.
Siding spur.
Siding spur. And then as we come back over here, we have our abandoned line there where we put our steam crane. That was a tough kit to build. I don't know if you guys ever tried to build that steam crane kit, but it was like really detailed where like every sprocket and gadget and gear inside was like a separate part, and it explained what it was. You kind of learned a lot about how it was built and how it would really work in real life, but I just wanted to get it done. I believe we had the tunnel and the mountain done on our last layout update, but you can kind of see Henry over here and where we're going next for this next season of projects. Drake, can you tell us a little bit about what's going to happen over here with Henry?
We are going to be making Henry's Forest.
You guys familiar with the Thomas and Friends series will know that Henry was in the forest, is that right?
Yeah, he is a big softy at heart he's a big green engine that loves nature at heart.
Well, it looks like he's in the heart of nature back there with the campground and this scene up here where you got the wild yak up on top of the, what are they, elk?
Elk, yes.
Yeah, up above the tunnel portal there. And I'm not sure what else is back there. We moved our cemetery to the back there. It used to be sort of more towards the front middle of the layout, but we put it back there. It's kind of creepy having it next to the Thomas windmill. I just realized that.
Perfect for Halloween, though.
Perfect for Halloween. I know any of the Thomas and Friends fans that are watching us will know that there was some good spooky episodes.
Yes.
On Thomas, and yeah, maybe that works right there. In the center over there, way in the corner, we've got our desert scene there, which we've done, I think, maybe since the last layout update. And we added some fueling stations here. You see that? That's one of those Walthers kits, which brings me to the next part of our layout update over here. This is something that we just started this week. We have our little freight yard back there, but we kind of ran out of lines here, and Drake has this whole chemical train, a tanker train, right, Drake? Yes. We wanted to add another line there, so we kind of added another, I don't know what this is, was it a 12-inch board here? I think it was like a 8x12 or a 10x12 that we ran along here. We have this gap we've got to figure out what to do about, but we were able to take from this, we added another switch right here, and that kind of branches off, and we're able to run that all the way down to the end.
Turn right here and then come straight to this little siding. I'm just storing a couple coach there and a caboose.
So that will be where we put our tanker cars, right?
Yeah, that's where we will put our tankers, but right now I'm just using it as storage.
Yeah. So we're still gonna, landscape this and do ballast or whatever scenery we're gonna do.
Yeah, right now it's just a plain brown board.
Yeah. Here's another fueling station. It's just kind of temporarily there, but that will end up being down in this area too. In some of the things we've collected, we had one of these old wooden kits that we acquired somewhere, and I just kind of had to glue it and paint it a little bit and make it look a little bit better.
Yeah. We got another Walther's kit right here. This was where we were thinking of putting it where the tankers go.
Yeah, so Walther's had this kit of tanks. I don't know what these would be filled with, maybe propane or, liquids of some kind. And we sort of painted them. Here you see some rust dripping and, some sun kind of bleached and beaten, like at the tops. You can kind of see how we weathered those a little bit. And that was a good little kit. It wasn't expensive either. It was kind of cheap.
That was at the whistle stop.
From the whistle stop. We also got this here that I was telling you about, like another kit. We had the fueling station, but now we got the sanding tower as well.
We have some sand.
We have sand from when we did our desert scene.
Well, this is actually ballast, but we pretend it's sand.
Yeah, it looks like the color of sand. I don't know if I've ever seen ballast quite that color. I usually think of ballast more like that granite color.
More like this color.
Yeah.
With a little bit of black in there.
Yeah. But why did we pull that out? Well, because as we looked at the sanding tower kit a little
the picture
closer,
has sand.
You can see little mounds of sand around there. I think, oh yeah, we got some of that under our table. We have some extra supplies, and we're going to use that. Maybe we'll create a little pile like you see there, and then hit it with some of that Woodland Scenics cement.
It's called Scenic Cement.
Yeah, you could put that in a spray bottle, right?
Yeah.
And then, you hit that with a little bit of spray, and it'll hold your, ballast down, or sand, or whatever it is.
Or like grass.
Grass, and, different things like
snow.
When you do bushes and stuff like back there.
Also, if you have a winter scene on your layout and you have that snow stuff, the snow stuff from Woodland Scenics, this.
Yeah, we'll give a little shout out to Woodland Scenic since we're talking about it. Down here, you can see, I don't know if you can see there, but we got a little shelf that we keep some of our
realistic products. Water. We have water effects. We have blended turf and gray medium ballast.
So that realistic water that you see over there, let me back up, I'll come back over here, by Nick. We use that to kind of create
like
some of this here.
Like little things like that.
We were at Hobby Lobby today, and we grabbed some extra trees. And why don't you go ahead and rip that out while I'm talking here, and you can bring that over here. Nick had this great idea. We found some characters. When you look over there on our lake, you see we have that sort of boathouse scene there. Trees for Henry's Forest. What else you got for us, Drayke? This is what we got. For $1.99, there's like a canoe and like one of those rubber rafts and a few people there. Nick had the idea, why don't you put some of that down here? And I don't know, I didn't think of that. I just thought of this as more of like a flowing water that kind of came through here. I didn't think about it as like a spot where people would hang out and maybe do some rafting or something, but that's totally cool.
We also have some more trees for Henry's Forest.
We got some more trees there. We got the evergreen tree, 12-piece pack. The deciduous trees. Deciduous, that sounds like something that you don't want to eat. I don't know. Natural foliage trees. These are the ones
right here
that we're talking about that we have over here. I like this. This looks like the sort of California eucalyptus trees that you see over there.
And also I got some people for like station platforms.
Yeah, they look to be HO scale as well. They're not I don't think they're bigger than HO scale. They look like they're actually accurate, so that'll work out good. Drake, where's the platform you were talking about that you want to use those people?
Well, like any station platform, like something like that, or like where Birdie Bus is down there. We could have them standing at the platform waiting for their train.
That'd be cool. And actually, when I think about it, way up there on the shelf, we have our point-to-point system. There's a station there as well.
And then there's also a station right here.
And then we have another station here on our point-to-point system there.
And also a little station at the Skarloey Railway too.
And where's the Skarloey station?
Skarloey is right there. There's 2 little platforms.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do a little work on that.
And there's another one over here, all the way down here, at the end.
And then way down here is that. I think, the Skarloey Railway is part of the newer layout update stuff that we'd like to mention here as well. We did a video about Skarloey, and our buddy Earl gifted Drake those blue carriages that will go with that, and we're still working on it. You guys understand how you can have like a million projects going at once, and you're just trying to get one done so you can move on to the next. But sort of the reality is that you have multiple projects that you're doing little bits of work on every time, and you never really get it all done. It's like there's always more to do, there's always a new idea, and it's just always a work in progress. And I guess that's what keeps us interested in the hobby, is that you're not done, so you just keep going with it, and that's the enjoyment. I think if you got to the point where you finished your layout and all you were doing was running the trains every day, it would kind of get boring after a while.
Yep.
So staying engaged with all the updates and the projects, it keeps us involved in the hobby. Here you see these couple of girder plates where that line came off of that part of the layout before we added this front part here. Now we got this big gap, so we had the idea that we're going to add like a girder plate bridge there over this gap. I'll probably build the wood out a little bit here because we can't put the switch where the bridge will be. It just won't work. You can't have a switch happening over a bridge area. So I'll build out the wood there a little bit, and then over here, where the gap is not as bad, we'll have this sort of girder thing there.
So we don't have any accidents.
Yeah, Drake was worried that, a train would be coming along over here and it would wobble or something, and boom, it's going to fall down in the hole there.
And get damaged.
So we want to take care of our trains. We want to protect them, keep them on the rails. One of the ways we do that is like this, where you add a little bit of plexiglass. We've got this plexiglass that we got from the hardware store, and we just cut strips of it with the plexiglass knife. And then I used like a heat gun to kind of bend it around a corner there. You just heat it up a little bit and you kind of push it against the wood, and it sort of molds itself.
Also, the corners are kind of sharp, so we kind of rounded it just a little bit so we won't hurt ourselves.
Yeah, Drake's talking about the corner of the plastic there was kind of pointy. So we just took a little rasp and a little sanding sponge.
Kind of just sanded it down.
Yeah, rounded the corners so if you bump it, you don't get scraped or hurt or anything.
Yeah.
I don't know, guys, what else is going on here that we need to talk about as far as our layout update goes? Nick, I see you got your cool Runaway Train shirt on and your Runaway Trains button.
I do.
That's some merch that we've got. We're going to be putting that in the descriptions going forward very soon once we get all of our merch available online. So there's a little preview. Let's get another preview. Runaway Trains, model railroading, and real life trains.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
So that's our summer 2024 layout update. We thank you guys for watching Runaway Trains. See you again on the next run.